Good afternoon, beautiful people. It is 2:35 Pacific Standard Time here in the state of California on September 14th, year 2021. California recall is live and in effect. For those of you having a desire to keep Governor Newsom as your governor, make sure you vote no on the California recall. Do not let these Republican bigwigs fool you into believing that they want to help this state. They do not. Sticking someone out there like Larry Elder is nothing more than laughable because he does not care about this state. How do I know that? The minute he said he'd get in as governor, he would do away with a mask mandate. He was not going to sign anything for a minimum wage increase. This man is nothing more than a political hack. Don't be fooled. Vote no on the California recall. Also this morning I was called from a friend I used to work with in Texas who now lives in Mississippi, and they were letting me know that they had tested positive for the coronavirus. As you know, the virus is running rampant through our nation and taking lives on a daily basis. Now, this person has had their shots, but yet still contracted the virus. Now, they're going to go ahead and have eversion therapy, and hopefully that will help this person get better. But in a state like Mississippi, where you have Governor Tate Reeves not believing in mask mandates and not wanting people to protect themselves, you know, he's with that mentality of Ron DeSantis and Governor Greg Hot Wheels Abbott in Texas that go ahead and roam free. And we're not going to do any mask mandates. We're not going to require you to cover up and just spread it any way you want to, you know, because herd immunity will take care of us. No, herd immunity will help you meet an early grave. At some point, people, whether you want to believe it or not, scientists know what they're talking about. Get the shot, protect yourselves. Some protection is better than none. Black America, stop with this. They've always experimented on us. Sad but true in some cases. Yes, we as people have been experimented on. But at what point do you realize that you growing up had to get shots for mumps, measles? Some got a polio shot, some got the little sugar cube. So as far as taking vaccinations, you've been doing it all your life. This is no different. Stop buying into stupidity because people want you to. And besides, we have so much more going on, okay? Yes, COVID is running rampant. But also, racism is running rampant. Think about how your neighborhoods have been redlined. Your jobs have been redlined. There's some of you right now working a job probably was in a position for a promotion. But somehow, some way, you just didn't have enough on the ball to move on to the next phase. And somebody came along behind you, not of your persuasion, and probably with less education to get that position. Stop believing into this everybody is equal now, because sadly, they are not. There are still people out there who believe Black America and others have a certain standing in the way things go here, and you will not get your rightful place because they have decided they don't want you to. Getting back to COVID numbers, it amazes me that at one point we had really almost cleared a hurdle. We had almost flattened that curve. And then places like Florida and Texas were like, we're not masking up anything. Mississippi, Arkansas, we're not masking up anything. The Wyomings, the Dakotas, we're not masking up anything. Do as you want. That's all a farce. They're just trying to control you. There are some of you out there right now mad as wet hens because the president said he's considering this mandate that the unvaccinated must get vaccinated. I've heard way too many stories, especially where children are concerned now, losing their lives or deadly sick behind this virus. And in states like Florida and Texas, it amazes me to see parents standing up for the government and the governor to run rampant and not protect your children. Aren't their lives worthy? That's your next generation. You gave them life. And you mean to tell me you're not thinking of them? You people are out here talking about my body, my choice. You out here performing for a governor who don't care about you or your family whatsoever. No, I'm not going to keep this long today, people, but I'm going to say it's time for a lot of you to come to your senses. Your next generation is what you ought to be thinking of. And keeping them alive is definitely what you need to be thinking of. So for those of you so inclined, wash up, clean up, put a mask on, put some gloves on. If you haven't, go get them shots. Protect your future. Because if you don't, you won't have it, your children won't have it, your grandchildren won't have it. This is real. This is not a game. Like I always say, everybody reach one, teach one, look out for one another. I'll holler.